get drunk.
Knuckle down the hatches, people. It's podcast time. Welcome everybody to ItsLokiiBoy's channel and Loki's podcast with your host, me, Loki, of course. It's a very lonely podcast today. It's just for myself, but basically, I've got quite a few topics I want to cover. Quite a few of them are quite close, like I said, to my heart. Well, not really close to my heart per se, but they're there. So we're going to be covering Call of Duty, be covering PlayStation, Xbox, pretty much everything really, as much as we can try to cram in. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on to it. So the first topic is going to be Call of Duty. So everyone knows Call of Duty. Everyone knows, the brand, the franchise, the biggest franchise in the world. And yeah, it's probably going to be, hopefully, saved this year by Sledgehammer. So, quite a little while ago, Sledgehammer put out a tweet saying we're going to be taking Call of Duty back to its roots, traditional combat. Now, if that means boots on ground, brilliant, fantastic. It's about fucking time, and I'm happy with that. I genuinely am happy with that. I'd be more than happy with that because I've been playing Call of Duty ever since Call of Duty 3, and the last 3 years have been exo jumps. Not that I say that nothing against exo jumping by any stretch of the imagination. You know, it all started with Advanced Warfare, and Advanced Warfare was a solid game, you know. I mean, granted, yeah, the exosuits were a bit over the top, but they were trying something new, and something new they did, and there's nothing against that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Basically, they tried it, it didn't work, but that's an avenue that they explored. And quite frankly, I did enjoy the game. I thought it was something fresh, something new, which was always good. I didn't agree with the weapon variants, but again, we'll touch on that in a little while. But then Black Ops 3. So Treyarch decided, you know what, we're going to give this a go. So when we found out that they were going to do something like that, I was a bit sceptical myself. And it turned out to be quite a good game. You know, instead of you having constant exo jumping and boosting, you had a meter where you could only use a certain amount, which was good. But no, nothing wrong with that, which was good. You know, they kind of defeated the object of the exosuit, but in a way they didn't. Also, they did wall running. So wall running was Black Ops was the first people to do it on Call of Duty anyway. And they simply, I mean, it was something different. It was fresh and new. Again, the wall running was new, so people were still getting used to it. But the game was solid. Then Infinite Warfare happened. I see Infinite Warfare as kind of like if Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 had a baby, that's the baby. Infinite Warfare is the baby. I want to tell you for why. Because basically, wall running was the same, the exo movement's the same. When you earn your payloads, it looks the same as Black Ops. I don't understand why they've done that. I don't understand what was going through their mind at that particular stage. I didn't know. I wasn't too sure. Also, I didn't realise the point of it. But, Infinite Warfare is not a bad game. It's very inconsistent. You could have a really good few games and then get absolutely shit on for the rest of the night. It's one of those games that's not consistent. It is very inconsistent indeed. Obviously, watching Call of Duty pros, obviously a lot of them say that it's inconsistent on Twitter, and in obviously, you know, people that know the best of those guys, because they compete at the highest level, you know, better than anyone else, and they've probably got the best opinion because they're the pros. You know, that's what they get paid to do. That's what they that is what they're famous for. You know, that's what they're there to do. That's what they're there to kind of bring to the table, really. I mean, obviously, a lot of the times when, for example, you know, Infinite Warfare was only purchased because of MWR, Modern Warfare Remastered. I mean, looking at the figures, you know, I was looking on Twitter that Call of Duty's Infinite Warfare sales were down by 70%. 70%, 70. It's madness, absolute madness to think that, you know, a big franchise that have always sold, that have always done well, aren't doing well. You know, and it's a scary thought. It really is, though. You know, I've been playing these games for years and years and years, and I really don't know what to do anymore, because quite the fact that it doesn't make sense. You know, you got to think that like I said, I've been playing this game for years, and it's quite sad to see that happen. But you know, Infinity Ward have come back, and they've tried their go at it. You know, they brought zombies in, which is fucking terrible, absolutely terrible. It's good, but it's not quite Carling, which means it's not as good as Treyarch zombies. Treyarch zombies are by far the best zombies there were, because they were the ones that created it. They were the ones that did it first. So, with that being said, I think that's, you know, I'm just now excited that, you know, Sledgehammer have come out with this tweet saying, look, we're going to take Call of Duty back to its original roots with traditional combat. That's fantastic. You know, if that's boots on ground, if that's what it means, fucking, you know, more power to you. Crack on and do it. You know, I can't wait to see the result. You know, you're bound to see leaks, you're bound to hear rumours and all that stuff, and it's normal with a Call of Duty game. It's normal. Very, very normal. And it's whether you believe it or not. I mean, well, there probably will be a beta, but we'll have to see what happens with that, really. I mean, as far as I'm aware, like they did it with Black Ops 3, did it with IW, so why would you not do it with the new Call of Duty? You know, it kind of makes sense to do it. Also, what made IW kind of inconsistent and bad is that they've added weapon variants. Now, where I stand with weapon variants is that I don't think they should be in the game regardless, whether it be boots on ground or even, like I said, even an XO one. Why should other players have an advantage over people? You know, why should they have an advantage over some people? Say, for instance, that I'm a high level, but I've got basically on the IW, you've got the MV4 Fallout, which is a 4-bullet kill, because it's a deatomizer weapon, which means you can get a nuke out of it. Now, imagine if you're level 1, coming into the game, you've got the basic guns, nothing special, and you're faced against someone that's got an MV4 Fallout that is tearing you limb from limb all the time. And I'm thinking, well, how is that fair? You know, you can't be handing out these weapons left, right, and centre for people that haven't got it. You know, I just don't think it's fair. I don't think it's not level playing field. You know, thank God they don't use them in comp. I tell you that Call of Duty would be dead if they did it in comp. But with regards to the variants, you know, I just think it's unfair, and it's not a level playing field like it used to be. You know, COD 4, it was level. Modern Warfare 2, it was level. Modern Warfare 3, it was level. All the guns were the same. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, they were all the same apart from the Peacekeeper. It was all the same weapons. You know, if you didn't have the DLCs for Black Ops 2, you didn't get the Peacekeeper. But until that DLC come out, everyone was level playing field. There was no one different. I just don't understand why they've done it in Advanced Warfare, and then they did it in IW. Don't get it. I just don't understand why it would be fair for someone that's just come onto the game that's really happy, that's like, yep, I've gone and spent my good-earned money on this game, now I'm going to get absolutely shat on. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'd be able to cope with that. I'd be like, fuck this bullshit. Oh, no, I can't play this, you know. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, you know, you're guaranteed in every game you're going to get a variant player, and you just can't help it. It's part of the game. That's how it's going to go. Personally, I just don't think it's a very good idea. But the big problem that is now arising is now they're adding DLC weapons. Obviously, Call of Duty has only been doing this since, I think the biggest it happened in was Black Ops 3. Now, Black Ops 3, they started adding stupid fucking crap, i.e. a baseball bat, nunchucks, fucking a sword, you know what I mean, a fucking katana. You know, like boxing gloves. Like, come on. Really? I mean, it was this bullshit. And they're literally, they're so powerful. They're more powerful than a fucking weapon. I'm sorry, but this isn't right. This can't be correct. You know, that's another thing that I don't want them to do. Don't add DLC melee weapons. Don't even add DLC weapons. I don't think it's pointless. Supply drops are good, but do supply drops that are customization only. So, i.e., in Advanced Warfare, there were so many options for your player to look kitted out. It was so many. Black Ops 3 had them as well. That's a good turning point. People will buy supply drops. No matter what it will be. People will buy it regardless of the game. Because that's how they make money. Again, I just don't agree with DLC weapons or with... I mean, it's probably there to keep the game fresh and to keep people going back, which isn't a bad thing. But you could do it a better way. Anyway, so moving on from Call of Duty. So obviously, on terms of myself, so right now, sorry for the squeaky chair. Right now, I am underneath a new organisation. They're called Xerox Gaming. So I joined them a couple of days ago, and they've made me feel very welcome. I've got a lot of sponsors. Obviously, they'll be all in the link in the description underneath the podcast when it goes live. Obviously, to get some money off, hit them up. You know, the codes are there with it as well, so it's fantastic offers. You know, we couldn't give it away. I do feel very welcome, and I feel very proud and privileged to be a part of these guys. So, you know, go and tweet at them. Give me a second, I'll tell you what their at is. So their at is... So it's at official Xerox. I think I'm saying that right. Xerox. Xerox GG. So EROX. So official EROX. That's the team that I'm currently under, and we've got quite a lot of sponsorships. So there, hit them up. You know, go and follow them on Twitter. Like I said, you know, I joined this team because I wanted progression. I wanted to be something. I wanted to make something of myself. So that's what I'm doing. So basically, the next topic is streaming. So for a little while, I started streaming on YouTube, and it was fantastic. You know, I was getting some good views, but I think I decided that I'd like to go back to Twitch. Twitch is the home of gaming, so I'd like to return to Twitch. I'm not too sure when I'm going to return. It'll probably be tonight, or maybe even Thursday, depending on how I what to stream, and obviously if I can get a good vibe going. Really, so obviously, so I've not really worked out a schedule yet. I'm still kind of waiting to see what happens with regards to if it takes off. To stream a little bit more, but I'll be streaming multiple games. So Call of Duty, I started playing the Tom Clancy's The Division. I've got Dishonored 2 that I haven't actually touched. Assassin's Creed, the Ezio Collection, and I've also got Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, I'm down to stream pretty much anything, get a good party going, and yeah, it's good fun. It's really, really good fun. So, next topic is YouTube. So, I'm trying to publish at least 1 to 2 videos a day to try and see how it all goes on, and if the content's good, then I'll put it out. Obviously, the podcast is going to be a weekly thing. Once every week, I'll publish a podcast, and we'll go from there, really, to see how it all goes. I like talking to you guys, and obviously there's situations and issues that I like to address, and very good topics. I will be doing a podcast later on today with a friend of mine. He's a PC gamer, and I want to get his aspect of what it is like to be a PC gamer and how it reflects on consoles. So it's always nice to have someone on each side of the fence. So it'd be a really, really, really good chat to do. So that would make a really good YouTube video. I think that's pretty much it, really. I mean, I think we've covered every aspect of what I wanted to talk about today. Obviously, it's always nice to, again, like I say, talk to you guys and just tell you pretty much what's been going through my mind and how I feel about all the things that's going on. So, with that being said, obviously, this is the conclusion of the first podcast. I do appreciate you coming to listen, and I do appreciate you being around on my channel. We're 115 subscribers, so thank you to you lot that have subbed to me. Obviously, we can keep that going, get it higher and higher. Obviously, like I said, podcasts are going to be a regular thing, so do not hesitate to drop in the comment section on what you'd like to hear. Obviously, we will pick topics to talk about, and then we will go from there, really. Until next time, guys, this has been your boy Loki, and I'm signing off the podcast, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. YouTube, we'll see you later.